The front straightaway is pretty good, but coming down the backstretch, we're back into the rollers again. So we're going to hold it for a little bit and see which course we're going to be able to run.
Over time, you sort of get impatient. You want to get out there and race, and you got to be safe at the same time. But if you go out there and race when it's white cap, and then it's more of a dangerous sport.
They'll hold off until they can get as much racing in today as they can. Tomorrow has been our wind delay day, and that being said, they need to try to get as much done. They have a lot of racing yet to do.
Heard from track announcer Ray and a couple other drivers. Weather just didn't cooperate this afternoon at Dillon Lake. Strong winds forced race officials to delay the race for several hours. Officials tried to create a second track, but the water just too choppy. Racing fans can still catch some of the American Powerboat Association tomorrow at Dillon Lake. Green flag scheduled to drop at 7:30 in the morning. Admission to the event is free. All right, let's talk some baseball now. Tribe pitcher CC Sabathia imploded in his last start against the Detroit Tigers. Gave up 7 runs, 10 hits, just 4 innings of work. His worst outing of the 2007 season. CC hopes things go a little smoother tonight. Big lefties on the hill, going for his Major League leading 13th win. Not going to give it with pitches like that. Already down 2-0. Emil Brown makes it 5-0. Home run to right field. CC, 11 hits, 6 runs, 6 Ks. Ouch. Ouch for Ryan Garco there. Bottom of the 6th. 5-2 Royals up. Garco going to bring him to within 2. It's it deep to left. His 10th of the year. Actually brings him to within 1. That was a 2-run shot. 5-4 Royals with the lead. Bottom 9 now. 6-5 KC. Victor. He's hitting 400 with runners in scoring position. Just not hitting 400 tonight. There, Royals win 6-5 over the Indians. Cincy, they've lost only twice in the last 8 games since firing Nairn. Tonight, going for another W against the Mets. Longtime Mets announcer Ralph Kiner honored by the New York Metropolitans. Top second, no score. Brandon Phillips, kid had a big day yesterday, 6 RBI. Why not? Let's go with a home run in the second inning. Makes it 1-0 Reds. Phillips is 19th of the season. Top 8 now, ball game tied at 1. Tom Glavine, he's stuck on 297 career wins. The 41-year-old strikes out Pedro Lopez. Glavine, 8 innings of work, 2 hits, 5 Ks. Not bad for him. Then in the 8th, last innings, Milich, an RBI single, scores Sean Green. Mets win. Glavine picks up number 298. Metropolitans go for the series tomorrow. Today at Firestone, the Indy 200 and Nashville, Tennessee, not looking good. But hey, next week they're going to be at the Mid-Ohio Circuit. That's in Mansfield area. This one rained out, delayed for about 2 hours, rescheduled for 1 p.m. tomorrow. They did race in Chicago, the Busch Series, the USG Duroc 300 in the Windy City. Kevin Harvick overtakes teammate Jeff Burton with 27 laps to go. Katie, watch this. Checkered flag, Kevin Harvick wins. It's his first back-to-back at Chicagoland in the Busch Series. Tomorrow, the good old boys running. Nextel Cup race starts at 2:30. When it comes to football in Ohio, most care about the Buckeyes, Browns, and Bengals. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a few of you who've jumped on the Columbus Destroyers bandwagon. After losing only 5 of their last 6 games to end the season at 7-9, just barely getting into the playoffs, the Destroyers have made it into the National Conference Championship game and are just 1 win away from Arena Bowl 21. This is a pretty big story. Columbus knocked off 15-1 Dallas last week. Today, taking on 15-2 Georgia 4. Second quarter, 14-7 Destroyers. Chris Greason picked off by Destroyers Gerald Brown in the end zone. Do a little dance, make a little love, find the end zone, and go. Brown returning at 54 yards for a touchdown. Destroyers win 66-56. They'll make their first ever trip to the Arena Bowl. They're going to take on the San Jose SaberCats July 29th in Nolens for Arena Bowl 21. The name Pete Sampras is pretty well known in the game of tennis. He's a 7-time champ at the All England Club, has a men's tennis record of 14 Grand Slam titles, 6-time Tennis Player of the Year, spent 6 consecutive years #1 player in the world, and is 4th all-time with 64 career singles titles. All those stats and his performance on the court earned him a spot in the Men's Tennis Hall of Fame. Sampras said of his election into the Hall, quote, "I'm a tennis player. Nothing more, nothing less," end quote. We go from one Hall of Famer to another later this year. Sayre Pak will be inducted into the Women's Golf Hall of Fame. Third round highlights from the Jamie Farr Owens Corning Classic. Sayre shot a 69 this afternoon. She's at a total of 13 under for the tourney. She'll be paired up with this young lady right here, Morgan Pressel, getting some ice cream from her cousin Michaela. And a little high five too. So she gets some cookies and cream. Goes over to the 10th. Katie, you really want to watch this one. Bounce, bounce. Should have probably had a butterfinger because this one probably would have just slid right into the hole. Not so much. Taps it in for a birdie. Pressel, 8 birdies on the day, shoots a 64. She's 11 under for the tourney. Tomorrow, the top pairing. It's Pak and Pressel. And finally, John Deere Classic. That's not a deer. That's a Baltimore Oriole hanging out on the ropes. This is a bird of a different kind. Jonathan Bird for birdie. Chirp, chirp, in the hole it goes. He's at 13 under, heading into the final round. He's in third place. Over to 18, Tim Clark. His birdie putt. Tweet, tweet. Second place at 14 under. They're all chasing this man right here, Nathan Green. Remember the Kenny Perry shot I showed you yesterday if you tuned in to the news? Well, that one pretty good too. Little razzmatazz, spins it back. He's at the top of the leaderboard, 15 under. And for some of you fans out there, I'm sure you're wondering, he's from South, Australia there, South Africa. That's not Australia. Anyway, favorite food, prawns. Any style
What's
you like.
prawn?
Prawns? It's a seafood.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Mike. We'll be back right after these messages.
Back to normal.